Good morning everyone. Basahin natin yung ating KJV Bible guys. Daily reading plan. Yung pang July 8 ang basahin natin kasi hindi natin nakaligtaan natin yung kahapon dahil busy tayo. Flight natin kasi kahapon. Wala tayong nagahol tayo sa oras guys. So, unahin na natin ito ngayon. Daily reading plan, July 8, 2022, Day 249, Ezekiel chapter 32 up to 34. Basa, Ezekiel chapter 32. And it came to pass in the 12th year, in the 12th month, in the first day of the month, that the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, take up a lamentation of Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and say unto him, Thou art like a young lion unto nations, and thou art as a whale in the seas, and thou camest forth with thy rivers, and troubledst the waters with thy feet, and fordest the rivers. Thus said the Lord God, I will therefore spread out my net over thee with a company of many people, and they shall bring thee up in my net. Then will I lead thee upon the land, I will cast thee forth upon the open field, and will cause all the fowls of the heaven to remain upon thee, and I will fill the beasts of the whole earth with thee. And I will lay thy flesh upon the mountains, and fill the valleys with thy height. I will also water with thy blood the land wherein thou sinnest, even to the mountains, and the river shall be full of thee. And when I shall put thee out, I will cover the heaven, and make the stars thereof dark. I will cover the sun with a cloud, and the moon shall not give her light. All the bright lights of heaven will I make dark over thee, and set darkness upon thy land, said the Lord God. I will also vex the hearts of many people, when I shall bring thy destruction among the nations, into the countries which thou hast not known. Yea, I will make many people amazed at thee, and their kings shall be horribly afraid for thee, when I shall brandish my sword before them, and they shall tremble at every moment, every man for his own life, in the day of thy fall. For thus said the Lord God, the sword of the king of Babylon shall come upon thee, by the swords of the mighty will I cause thy multitude to fall the terrible of the nations, all of them, and they shall spoil the camp of Egypt. And all the multitudes thereof shall be destroyed, and I will destroy also all the beasts thereof from beside the great waters, neither shall the foot of man trouble them any more, nor the hoofs of beasts trouble them. Then will I make their waters deep, and cause the rivers to run like falls, said the Lord God. When I shall make the land of Egypt desolate, and the country shall be destitute of that whereof it was full, when I shall smite all them that dwell therein, then shall they know that I am the Lord. This is the lamentation wherewith they shall lament her, the daughters of the nation shall lament her, they shall lament for her, even for Egypt, and for all her multitude, said the Lord God. It came to pass also in the 12th year, in the 15th day of the month, that the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Guys, pakisabayan niyo rin ako, kasi maliliit talaga ang sulat eh. So, para pare-pareho tayong makabasa. Para pag may mali ako, masusundan niyo ako. Son of man, wail for the multitude of Egypt, and cast them down, even her and the daughters of the famous nations, unto the nether parts of the earth with them. But go down into the pit, whom dost thou pass in beauty? Go down and be thou laid with the uncircumcised. They shall fall in the midst of them that are slain by the sword. She is delivered to the sword, through her and all her multitudes. The strong among the mighty shall speak to him out of the midst of her. With them that help him, they are gone down. They lie uncircumcised, slain by the sword. A sword is there, and all her company, his graves are about him, all of them slain, fallen by the sword. Whose graves are set in the sides of the pit, and her company is run about her grave. All of them slain, fallen by the sword, which caused terror in the land of the living. There is a lamb, and all her multitude run about her grave, all of them slain, fallen by the sword, which are gone down uncircumcised into the nether parts of the earth, which caused their terror in the land of the living. Yet have they borne their shame with them that go down to the pit. They have set her a bed in the midst of the slain with all her multitude. Her graves are bound around about him. All of them uncircumcised, slain by the sword, though their terror was caused in the land of the living. Yet have they borne their shame with them that go down to the pit. He is put in the midst of them that be slain. There is Meshach, Tubal, and all her multitude, her grapes are round about him, all of them uncircumcised, slain by the sword, till they cause their terror in the land of the living. And they shall not lie with the mighty that are fallen of the uncircumcised, which are gone down to hell, with their weapons of war, and they have laid their swords under their heads. But their iniquity shall be upon their bones, though they were the terror of the mighty in the land of the living. Yet thou shalt be broken in the midst of the uncircumcised, and shalt lie with them that are slain with the sword. There is Edom, her kings, and all her kings, which were their night, are laid by them that were slain by the sword. They shall lie with the uncircumcised, and with them that go down to the pit. There be the prince of the north, all of them, and all the Sidonians, which are gone down with the slain with the terror, they are ashamed of their might, and they lie uncircumcised with them that be slain by the sword, and bear their shame with them that go down to the pit. For thou shalt see them, and shall be comforted about all his multitude, even Pharaoh and all his army slain by the sword, saith the Lord God. For I have caused my terror in the land of the living, and it shall be laid in the midst of the uncircumcised with them that are slain with the sword, even Pharaoh and all his multitude, saith the Lord. Ezekiel chapter 33. Again the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, speak to the children of the people, and say unto them, When I bring the sword upon a land, if the people of the land take a man of their coast, and set him for their watchman, if when he seeth the sword come upon the land, he blow the trumpet, and warn the people, then whosoever heareth the sound of the trumpet, and taketh not warning, if the sword come and take him away, his blood shall be upon his own head. He heard the sound of the trumpet, and took not warning, his blood shall be upon him, but he that taketh warning shall deliver his soul. But if the watchman see the sword come, and blow not the trumpet, and the people be not warned, if the sword came and take any person from among them, he is taken away in his iniquity, but his blood would I require at the watchman's hands. So thou, O son of man, I have set thee a watchman unto the house of Israel, therefore thou shalt hear the word of my mouth, and warn them from me. When I say unto the wicked, O wicked man, thou shalt surely die, if thou dost not speak to warn the people, promise me that wicked man shall die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at thine hand. Nevertheless, if thou warn the wicked of his way, to turn from it, he do not turn from his way, he shall die in his iniquity, but thou hast delivered thy soul. Therefore, O thou son of man, speak unto the house of Israel. Thus ye speak, saying, If our transgressions and our sins be upon us, and we pine away in them, how should we then live? Say unto them, As I live, said the Lord God, I have no pleasure in the death of the wicked, but that the wicked turn from his way, and live. Turn ye from your evil ways, for why will ye die, O house of Israel? Therefore, thy son of man, say unto the children of thy people, The righteousness of the righteous shall not deliver him in the day of his transgression. As for the wickedness of the wicked, he shall not fall thereby in the day that he turneth from his wickedness. Neither shall the righteous be able to live for his righteousness in the day that he sinneth, when I shall say to the righteous that he shall surely live. If he trust to his own transgression, if he trust to his own righteousness, and commit iniquity, all his righteousness shall not be remembered, but for his iniquity that he hath committed, he shall die for it. Again, when I say unto the wicked, Thou shalt surely die, if he turn from his sin, and do that which is lawful and right, if the wicked restore the place, give again that he had walked in the statutes of life, without committing iniquity, he shall surely live, he shall not die. None of his sins that he hath committed shall be mentioned unto him. He hath done that which is lawful and right, he shall surely live. Yet the children of thy people say, The way of the Lord is not equal, but as for them the way is not equal. When the righteous turneth from his righteousness, and committeth iniquity, he shall even die thereby. But if the wicked turn from his wickedness, and do that which is lawful and right, he shall live thereby. Yes, ye say, the way of the Lord is not equal, O ye house of Israel, I will judge you every one after his ways. And it came to pass in the 12th year of our captivity, in the 10th month, in the 5th day of the month, that one that had escaped out of Jerusalem came unto me, saying, the city is smitten. Now the hand of the Lord was upon me in the evening, afore he that his escape came, and had opened my mouth until he came to me in the morning, and my mouth was open, and I was no more done. Then the sword of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, they that inhabit those ways of the land of Israel speak, saying, Abraham was one, and they inherited the land, but we are many. The land is given us for inheritance. Wherefore say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God, Ye eat with the blood, and lift up your eyes toward your idols, and she blood, and shall repossess the land. Ye stand upon your sword to work abomination, and ye defile every one his neighbor's wife, and shall ye possess the land. Say thou thus unto them, Thus saith the Lord God, As I live, surely they that are in the west shall fall by the sword, and him that is in the open field will I give to the beasts to be devoured, and they that be in the forts and in the caves shall die of the pestilence. For I will lay the land most desolate, and the pomp of her strength shall cease, and the mountains of Israel shall be desolate, that none shall pass through. Then shall they know that I am the Lord, when I have laid the land most desolate, because of all their abominations which they have committed. Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people, is thou art talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother, saying, Come, I pray you, and word that is the word that cometh forth from the Lord. And they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear the words, but they will not do them, for with their mouth they show not love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely son of one that hath a pleasant voice, and can play well on an instrument, for they hear thy words, but they do them not. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them. Check ko ulit guys kung hanggang saan yung daily reading plan ng July 8. Hanggang 34. Hanggang 34. Ezekiel chapter 34, last chapter na to ng July 8 guys. And the word of the Lord, sabayan nyo para tayo matuto dito. Ezekiel chapter 34, and the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, prophesy against the shepherds of Israel, prophesy and say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God unto the shepherds who be to the shepherds of Israel, that to feed themselves should not the shepherds feed the flocks, yea, eat the fat, and ye clothe you with the wool. Ye call them that are fed, but ye feed not the flock. The diseased have ye not strengthened, neither have ye helped that which was sick, neither have ye bound up that which was broken, neither have ye brought again that which was driven away, neither have ye sought that which was lost, but with force and with cruelty have ye rolled them. And they were scattered, because there is no shepherd, and they became meat to all the beasts of the fold when they were scattered. My sheep wandered through all the mountains, and upon every high hill, yea, my flock was scattered upon all the face of the earth, and none did search or seek after them. Therefore ye shepherds, hear the words of the Lord, as I live, saith the Lord God, surely because my flock became a prey, and my flock became meat to every breast of the fold, because there was no shepherd, neither did my shepherds search for my flock, but the shepherds feed themselves and feed not my flock. Therefore, O ye shepherds, hear the word of the Lord. Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I am against the shepherds, and I will require my flock at their hand, and cause them to cease from feeding the flock, neither shall the shepherds feed themselves any more, for I will deliver my flock from their mouth. that they may not be meat for them. For thus saith the Lord God, behold, I will forth search my sheep, and seek them out. As a shepherd seeketh out his flock in the day that he is among his sheep that are scattered, so will I seek out my sheep, and will deliver them out of all places where they have been scattered in the cloudy and dark day. And I will bring them out from the people, and gather them from the countries, and will bring them to their own land, and feed them upon the mountains of Israel by the rivers, and in all the inhabited places of the country. Verse 14, I will feed them in good pasture, and upon the high mountains of Israel shall their fold be. There shall they lie in a good fold, and in a fat pasture shall they feed upon the mountains of Israel. I will feed my flock, and I will cause them to lie down, said the Lord God. I will seek that which was lost, and bring again that which was driven away, and will bind up that which was broken, and will strengthen that which was sick. But I will destroy the fat and the strong. I will feed them with judgment. Verse 17, and as for you, O my flock, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I judge between cattle and cattle, between the rams and the hay-goats. Seemeth it a small thing unto you to have eaten up the good pasture, but ye must tread down with your feet the residue of your pastures, and to have drunk of the deep waters, but ye must haul the residue with your feet. And as for my flock, ye eat that which ye have trodden with your feet, and to drink that which ye have hauled with your feet. Therefore thus saith the Lord God unto them, behold, I will judge between the fat cattle and between the lean cattle, because ye have thrust with side and with shoulder, and forced all the deceased with your horns, till ye have scattered them abroad. Therefore will I save my flock, and they shall no more be afraid, and I will judge between cattle and cattle, and I will set up one shepherd over them, and he shall feed them. Even my servant David he shall feed them, and he shall be their shepherd. And I the Lord will be their God, and my servant David a prince among them. I the Lord have spoken it. And I will make with them a covenant of peace, and will cause the evil beasts to cease out of the land, and they shall dwell safely in the wilderness, and sleep in the woods. And I will make them and the places round about my hill a blessing, and I will cause the shower to come down. In its season there shall be shower of blessing, and the tree of the field shall yield her fruit, and the earth shall yield her increase, and they shall be safe in their land, and shall know that I am the Lord, when I have broken the bands of the yoke, and delivered them out of the hand of those that serve themselves of them. And they shall no more be a prey to the heathen, neither shall the beast of the land devour them, but they shall dwell safely, and I shall make them afraid. Verse 29, and I will raise up for them a plant of renown, and they shall be no more consumed with hunger in the land, neither bear the shame of the heathen any more. Then shall they know that I the Lord your God am with them, and that they pray, even the house. Ulitin natin guys, verse 30. Then shall they know that I the Lord their God am with them, and that they, even the house of Israel, are my people, saith the Lord God. And ye my flock, the flock of my pasture, are mine, and I am your God, saith the Lord God. So that's it guys. Ezekiel chapter 34 up to verse 31 lang siya. Bye everyone. God bless.